Good morning, Natalie.
Good morning.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, you're looking very glam.
Oh, well, I thought I'd make an effort as I'm, on telly. Haven't been like this for the last 4 weeks, I can tell you.
Well, I've made a bit of an effort with my hair because I was a bit worried. So this is my wife's attempt, which I think she's done quite well.
Yeah, I think she's done very well, actually. I could give her a job when we get back.
Yeah, it's a bit. I was thinking of because you've cut my hair for years, and I'm quite lucky to have quite thick hair, and although it's receded with having children quite a lot. And stresses of running your own business. But what I was thinking, my hair tends to be fine and go like a mushroom. So
yeah,
you might have to snip the sides. And then I was thinking, because I'm doing lots of my talks on Zoom and nobody's going to see the back of my head, I could grow an amazing mullet.
You could have one of those little, tiny plaits that we used to have in the 90s when it was New Kids on the Block.
I could be like a yuppie, couldn't I? I could bring back yuppie.
Yeah.
And have a little filofax and a big phone.
Yeah, perfect.
I'll do that. So I've known you for many years. For the people watching that don't know you, if you'd like to introduce your business and just talk a little bit about your business, really.
Right. Well, my name's Natalie. I'm the owner of Reds Hair Salon, which is in Taunton. We are up in Paul Street. So a lot of you that don't know where we are, we're kind of tucked away near the library, sort of the back entrance when you go to Marks and Spencer's. I've had the salon for coming up for 12 years now. We've got a team of 7, so that's really good. I've got somebody that we're training, obviously getting them through the ranks. And yeah, it's been a really good sort of business for the last 11, nearly 12 years, and this has been a real big blow, really, that we've had to pause. And yes, that's kind of where we are. All the team are employed, so obviously at the moment, we were quite worried about what we were going to be doing with keeping their jobs safe. We have been very fortunate to be able to furlough them all, so at least they know that they are sat there for sort of the next 3 months at least, and they are going to be getting paid. So we know that they've got a job to come back to when we've got out of this the other side.
Brilliant.
Obviously,
sorry, I was just saying, because some people will hire a chair, won't they, but be self-employed themselves.
Yeah, that's what makes us different. Majority of hairdressers and hair salons that you'll find now, I think it's probably about 52% or 53% of salons in the country do a rent-a-chair basis. So those stylists are, really under the umbrella of a salon, but they rent their space. They're having their very own sort of business within that and paying just to rent the chair. So I think what makes us more unique is the fact that because we do employ everybody, we know that our salon culture and our standards are all set very high, and they are all even across the board. So we all kind of work to sort of the culture of what we do. The education is is really high. So we're using this time at the moment to kind of, the team have got things that if they wanted to do, they've got access to sort of educating themselves along this sort of pause period, which a lot of other salons aren't probably going to be doing, or a lot of independent stylists. You're kind of, as worrying as it is, because they are all obviously waiting to get their money in June. It's how really sort of driven people are to be able to sort of get out of this lull and kind of keep on training. So I think the team they're very eager to get back to work. They're missing it terribly. We have contact with each other. We are very much a family, so they've all been with me for a long time, and I can't get rid of half of them, to be honest. I've tried. They keep coming. But no, they are, I miss them terribly. So we get together as much as we can via Zoom and, all these other things. We've got a WhatsApp group, so we're constantly sharing things that we've seen on the internet, things that we're doing. So it is, I think that's what makes us different. So, it's crazy times, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think, like you say, they're having the staff that have been there for years. because I've been visiting Reds for many years, and it's seeing those staff like Lauren when she first, and see people grow up, and now they're like, a more senior role in the.
Well, yeah, I mean, Lauren was, I took Lauren on. She first of all came to me as a work placement. So she went to college to do her training for part of the week. So she did her work placement with me, came in on every Tuesday just to get a feel of what salon life was like. Then we offered her a Saturday position. Then she qualified. We did a bit of work with her to get her up to the red standard, and offered her a job. She started off part-time for a couple of weeks, and then I thought, wow, we need her in full-time. She's been with me for probably 9 years, I think now, 8 or 9 years, but she's now my manager. So she's kind of, worked her way up, and she's, kind of like my sidekick, along with, keeps the everyday running of the salon. So then I can kind of step back and, when I'm in there, I'm just cutting hair, but I spend a lot of time sort of working behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's great. So it then frees you up to kind of have that breathing space to do the more admin-y things, and think about.
And we're working on, at the moment, when we get back, I'm working on a coaching plan for them. So we know that we are going to have been out of the business for who knows. I mean, conflicting things are saying that it could be the first to return, it could be the last to return. Nobody knows. It's just speculation. But once we get back, we will have I'm going to have a coaching plan for them, so we know what things, maybe they haven't, they're kind of not so confident in and stuff. So, we will be spending time doing that. But yeah, obviously it's a lot to sort out, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. We'll be sorting out, when we get back, on our safety measures, because obviously, as everybody's aware, 2-meter distance for a stylist, unless you're Miss Tickle, you cannot work and do it like that. So we're just exploring lots of different avenues on how, when we return, what we're going to do. We'll probably have a rotated split shift, so less stylists in the salon, which means less clients, which means that we can just really work just one-on-one. We will probably have to wear face masks to just obviously protect our clients in case and just really trying to keep everybody separated, which is really difficult for, a business like ours, because we are quite tactile, and, you do, all of your guests that come in, they are like, friends, really. So you all want to, we always giving them hugs and, everything. So it's really difficult.
And I think this, if anything, is really showed the value of the hairdressers in the community, some of the shocking home haircuts that have gone on. But, and I guess a big part of, with your hairdresser is it's that friendship, and that over time, that it's some people that you're almost like a counsellor, aren't you, in some ways?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like therapy. That's not actually just for our clients that come in, for stylists as well. We kind of, you have that, I think, especially when you've been doing it for as long as I have, you're, we always have this saying that, like, your vibe attracts your tribe, and the way we are with our salon and how we project ourselves, how we come across, is genuine. We are not this stuffy, everything's got to be, so perfect. We are all just normal people that have got this real creative streak, this craft that we want to share, and we just love, interacting with all of our clients, and we kind of get to know them all. I've got a lady that I see once a week, and I know she's on her own, and I've been giving her a call to make sure she's okay. And my plan for today is to sort of touch base with a lot of clients that I know don't have they haven't got access to social media. They're not probably on things like this, and so they are going to be on their own. And even if they're just with their family, but you still have that sense of loneliness there. So a start for my thing, it's just more than doing hair. It's they're your friends, and it's your community. So it's really important.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's testament to the team, how long they've all been there, that say growing that family. And I've been always enjoy your posts on Facebook, and funny things that you guys all share, and dressing up at Christmas and doing all these kind of things. And I have for the people watching, you're sharing some great tips. I noticed the one with cutting your fringe, because I guess people would tend to pull it down and do a straight line across, and that's like
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, when I did that video, my hair was down here, and I did loads of takes, and I always used to wear a fringe. So this is now, you know, what my hair always used to be like, but I'd let my fringe really grow out. And I thought, right, I need to do something, because people are going to, as much as there's lots of posts going around saying, you know, wait for your stylist, do all that. You're not going to. We know that. We're not going to sit there and slap your wrist when you come in and look at your creations. I mean, it might be quite good fun to see what you've all designed at home. But for that, for that particular Facebook thing, as you know, I'm not really that great with all the technology. But I thought, right, I'll have a go. And that was the last take that I could do, because I was rambling on and trying to make it simple for people to follow. And you know, my advice is, if you do need to trim your fringe, then if you get onto our Facebook page and you have a look at that, and you can see when we just sort of point it down and just chip in, and obviously minding your eyes, but just if you have to do it every week, that's fine, than rather letting it go. And if you've never had a fringe, then don't cut it in now. Just don't do it. As bored as you might be, trust me, you'll find a whole lot of, you know, there's going to be some wild and wacky things that are going on with your hairline underneath that. So just, don't do it.
Oh dear. And I guess for us guys, generally we've got shorter hair, most of us, so it can be as easy to just like buzz it off and that's it, sorted. But I know from sort of my family and stuff, you know, you have your hair done, it's that routine, it's, you know, it's that nice feeling.
Yeah.
Then it just drives you nuts, where it's tickling your neck and all that. So mine goes like a mushroom after a while. So.
Yeah, I know. I think thinning scissors would be good for you. And there you can get them, and they're the little ones with teeth. So you could just use a thinning scissors. And I think, I mean, I've had a couple of people contact me, and I've given them the, you know, suggested the tools that they might need. And I'm going to be doing something via sort of a FaceTime, just kind of coaching her through, doing a couple of cuts, just to, you know, it's really just what you think you're just taking a little bit off, but that will make such a difference. So even just thinning out will tidy it up, and using a little beard trimmer or a little pair of trimmers just to tidy around your hairline. And then if it gets a bit longer, you know, drop it out the way. Clippers are great, but people get overexcited and end up, we're going to have a lot of walking tennis balls going around.
Well, I was just thinking with Zoom, if you upgrade to Zoom, you can stream live to your Facebook page. So if you wanted to give like a live chat on cutting your hair, it'd be interesting to see maybe 4 people live doing it as we go. And then people could comment in Facebook as we go and add comments, but I'll let you ponder that.
Yeah, well, that could be an idea if we're going to be in lockdown for much longer than we think.
Yeah. But like I said, at the moment, it's really about why you can't do things, adding value, which you're doing via the tips on Facebook. And obviously it's wonderful to hear you're reaching out to people in the community and looking after those people that, you know, have been part of the Reds extended family for so long. So that's really good to see. So I'll pop a link under the video to your Facebook page if anyone wants to ask you any questions or see some of the funny things you put up. And the scary haircuts. I've seen some kids where they had like their head shaved and then like the bit like a monk, little Friar Tuck's.
Oh yeah, I saw that, and I think he wanted that done on purpose, didn't he? I mean, I don't know why, because my husband's got it like that anyway, and you know, he'd do anything for it to be like upside down.
Oh, it's been great. It's been great chatting to you, and I've got the sort of final question that I ask everybody. So if you weren't a hairdresser, maybe when you were told at school, what would you have done? What different career maybe would you have done, or have you always wanted to be in hairdressing?
Yeah, it's funny. I wanted to be a hairdresser from probably about the age of 13. So that was always a job that I always wanted to do. And I think probably now, as my career has evolved and whatever, I think I probably am going to go more, and probably will go more into sort of coaching and things like that anyway. So I quite enjoy, you know, sort of sharing everything that we do and sort of with the business and stuff. But I was a hairdresser through and through. I think they're the ones that if you've been in it for a long time, it's because that's what you've always wanted to do. Brilliant. And I did think maybe a physiotherapist was one that I thought, because that was the first long word I could spell at school. I thought, well, that looks like quite a good job. Clearly I wasn't going to be one of those. But yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, lovely. Thanks for your time. Lovely to catch up with you.
You're welcome.
Send on our wishes to the rest of the team, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
I will do. Thank you very much, Paul.
Take care.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye now. Bye.